What a World Cup. What a World Cup. I want to sing the theme song of this World Cup. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. Pakistan, luckiest mofos. पाकिस्तान क्या बोलूं मतलब मान गए भाई मान गए 1992 और आपको जो भी मतलब वेन एवर दे आर ऑन इन दी आईसीयू और ऐसा लगता है नहीं कर पाएंगे पाकिस्तान आज जब सुबह उठी होगी पाकिस्तान की आवाम और हम इंडिया में भी जैसे उठे तो अनबिलीवेबल सीन्स हम बिलीव नहीं कर पा रहे थे कि साउथ अफ्रीका नीदरलैंड से हारने वाली है। और ये वर्ल्ड कप क्या चल रहा है मतलब कि आप देखो तो नेदरलैंड्स एक्चुअली काफी अच्छी टीम लगी थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड कप, काफी उन्होंने अच्छा क्रिकेट खेला। बट आज जो उन्होंने किया है और वो उनको बहुत क्रेडिट जाता है कि वो अपने लिए फाइट कर रहे थे क्योंकि वो फोर्थ अभी फिनिश किए हैं तो दे विल बी रिमेनिंग इन द प्लेऑफ्स फॉर द नेक्स्ट वर्ल्ड कप जो 2024 में होने वाला है। बट कैसे हुआ ये मतलब कि कैसे किया नेदरलैंड्स ने, कैसे फिर पाकिस्तान ने क्वालिफाई किया? पाकिस्तान बांग्लादेश के मैच पे थोड़ा बात करेंगे। सबसे अमेजिंग चीज थी कि नेदरलैंड्स ने जब आज बैटिंग शुरू की तो स्टीफन माइबर्ग जो शुरू में नहीं खेल रहे थे, टूर्नामेंट के शुरू में नहीं खेल रहे थे, वो आज रबाडा को अटैक करते हैं। और वहां पे मुझे लगता है साउथ अफ्रीका ने एक ट्रिक मिस किया कि नॉर्किया से शुरू में बॉलिंग नहीं कराई, एक ओवर बस दिया उनको शुरू में। और एनगिडी से पावर प्ले में 2 ओवर, रबाडा से 2 ओवर, दोनों ऑफ कलर। एनगिडी तो ठीक है मतलब कि पर्थ में आप उनसे करा सकते हो बट यहाँ एडिलेड के पिच में आई डोंट थिंक एनगिडी वाज द राइट बॉलर टू गो। एंड स्टीफन माइबर ने तो पूरा धागा ही खोल दिया और गैप्स को इतने अच्छे से ऑफ साइड में पियर्स करके उन्होंने 6 चौके तो पावर प्ले में ही ले लिए थे, पावर प्ले में ही 6 चौके ले लिए थे। और उसके बाद थोड़ा प्रेशर जो बिल्ड किया साउथ अफ्रीका ने, फिर स्पिनर्स के थ्रू महाराज ने अच्छी बॉलिंग की। बट वहां पे टॉम कूपर जो कि एक बहुत एक्सपीरियंस्ड प्रोफेशनल है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से ओरिजिनली बिलोंग करते हैं, उन्होंने आके एक काउंटर अटैक किया, रिवर्स स्वीप पे छक्का मारा महाराज को। और मैक्स ओडाउड एक एंकर का इनिंग्स खेलते गए मैक्स ओडाउड। और वहां पे मुझे लग रहा था कि साउथ अफ्रीका फिर वापस कम बैक किया थ्रू नॉर्किया, उन्होंने थोड़ा कम बैक वापस जब किया तो मुझे लगता है 18 ओवर में 128 पे थे वो लोग। और वहां से मुझे नहीं लगता कि 145 से ज्यादा बनना चाहिए था वहां पे। 145 जो साउथ अफ्रीका ने इवेंचुअली आज बनाया है, 145 से ज्यादा नहीं बनना चाहिए था। लेकिन वहां पे बहुत ही खराब बॉलिंग, आई मीन रबाडा को स्कॉट एडवर्ड्स जो कैप्टन नेदरलैंड्स के कीपर हैं, वो अभी तक कुछ खास किए नहीं थे वर्ल्ड कप में, लेकिन उन्होंने आके मतलब कि रिवर्स पैडल, रिवर्स स्कूप किया रबाडा को और रबाडा फुल डालते रहे, फिर उनको फॉलो करने का कोशिश किया। तो बहुत ही खराब बॉलिंग रबाडा से पहले इनिशियल फेज में टू स्टेफन माइबर्ग के साथ गेसिंग गेम खेल रहे हैं, फिर इसके बाद यहाँ पे गेसिंग गेम खेल रहे हैं। और रबाडा रहे पुअर डेथ बॉलर, आईपीएल में भी हमने देखा है इज नॉट बीन वन ऑफ द बेस्ट डेथ बॉलर्स। क्रिस मॉरिस ने उन्हें एक बार छक्का मार दिया और सीएसके ने जो चेज कंप्लीट किया, ठीक है मतलब रबाडा को सिर्फ ब्लेम नहीं कर सकते, फिर 158 चेज करना था। और वहां क्विंटन डिकॉक ने तो ऐसा स्टार्ट किया कि हमें लगा कि, तब से मैं देख रहा था मैच की, क्विंटन डिकॉक ने जो स्टार्ट किया एक बिग छक्का मारा और लग रहा था कि इजीली चेज कर लेंगे, बट क्लासन ने ब्रेक थ्रू दिया वहां पे। और क्लासन ने ब्रेक थ्रू दिया। और यहाँ पे मैं मेंशन करना पड़ूंगा, प्रतीक, हैव यू जॉइंड इन?
या हाय हाय शिखर।
हाय प्रतीक। प्रतीक एक स्टोरी सुनाना चाहता हूँ। पता है एक प्लेयर है नेदरलैंड्स का, ब्रैंडन ग्लोवर।
या पता है
ब्रैंडन
यार, कल देखा उसको।
भाई ब्रैंडन ग्लोवर को तो शुरू में खिला ही नहीं रहे थे नेदरलैंड्स वाले। और
Yeah, I noticed him only last few matches. But yeah.
हाँ, पाकिस्तान के मैच में पहली बार खिलाया, वहां पे उसने अच्छी बॉलिंग की। फिर उसको जिम्बाब्वे के मैच में खिलाया। और जिम्बाब्वे के मैच का मैं अभी हाइलाइट्स देख रहा था, उसमें एक्चुअली ब्रैंडन ग्लोवर ने ना रेगिस चकाब्वा, द जिम्बाब्वे का लेजेंड रेगिस चकाब्वा को 3 बार एक्चुअली आउट किया एक ही ओवर में। मतलब 2 बार कैच छूटे, और थर्ड टाइम एक्चुअली उसने आउट किया रेगिस चकाब्वा को। और वो भी साउथ अफ्रीकन है, अंडर 19 साउथ अफ्रीकन टीम के लिए खेला हुआ है। और जब नेदरलैंड्स की टीम ट्रेन कर रही थी 2019 में साउथ अफ्रीका में, तब उसको एक्चुअली इन्होंने बुलाया कि उनके कोच ने रायन कैम्बल जो है, वो उसने इनवाइट किया कि बिकॉज यू हैव अ डच, योर मदर हैज अ डच पासपोर्ट, तो यू कैन कम एंड
Mhm.
प्ले फॉर नेदरलैंड्स। और उसने आज क्या बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की, मतलब मिलर का विकेट उसी ने लिया, ऑल्दो वैंडर मर्फ का कैच बहुत एक्सेप्शनल था। बट उसके
Mhm.
पहले भी बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग आई थिंक किया उसने विथ वैन मीकरन एंड क्लासन। बहुत ही शानदार बॉलिंग। क्या
Yeah, I
बिलीव।
mean there were so many stars in Netherlands team this time, and
हम्म।
yeah, it was really amazing to see them coming to the party. I mean they were playing well, but they were not able to win matches. Actually, they
हम्म।
only won the last two matches in the Super 12 stage, which was very interesting. अगर बांग्लादेश को और हरा देते, तो actually they would have qualified,
हम्म।
or maybe in the
बट
contention. Yeah.
बट नेदरलैंड्स ने एक शॉकिंग अपसेट किया फिर। मतलब साउथ अफ्रीका कभी चोकस टैग से हट पाएगी क्या? मतलब अल्टिल अनलेस वो लोग वर्ल्ड कप जीतते हैं। आज तेम्बा बावूमा ने भी इनफैक्ट बोल दिया कि हम शायद कभी ये चोकस टैग हटा नहीं पाएंगे। मार्क बाउचर ने और भी एक घटिया एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है कि 10:30 का मैच था सुबह का, तो देयर एनर्जीज वेर लो।
भाई
तो
ऐसे बोल रहे थे 5 बजे का मैच हो.
तो 10:30 का मैच, आई आई डोंट थिंक ग्लोवर और वैन मिक्रन का एनर्जी कुछ लो था, ऑल्दो।
I don't think
तो
anyone will buy that 5:30 का
हम्म।
मैच.
हम्म। और उसके बाद बांग्लादेश और पाकिस्तान, आई मीन जब वो मैच शुरू हुआ तो हमने देखा एक शांटो ने काफी अच्छा स्टार्ट लिया था। लिटन दास ने भी एक बहुत अच्छा शाइन को सिक्स मारा। फिर उसके बाद लिटन दास आउट हो जाते हैं। शांटो वाज प्लेइंग वेल, बट 10 ओवर में 70 रन तो बन गए थे उनके भी। एंड सौम्या सरकार
हाँ.
विथ सम लस्टी हिट्स एक्चुअली एट नंबर 3। एंड अनबिलीवेबल
बहुत
लगा
बेकार
कैसे।
परफॉर्मेंस था. बहुत बेकार परफॉर्मेंस था जिम्बाब्वे का, बांग्लादेश का आज.
मतलब शाकिब के
उस
आउट।
स्टार्ट के बाद अगर तुम 150 नहीं पहुंच पा रहे हो तो वेरी वेरी डिसअपॉइंटिंग बैटिंग. और एक आई थिंक वो शकीब का मे बी मेंटल फैक्टर हो गया होगा उसका डिसीजन जो हुआ. बट उनके पहले से उनका डिक्लाइन चालू हो गया था जब शांतो ने अचानक से स्लो खेलना चालू कर दिया था फॉर नो रीजन.
हम्म। एंड शांटो, आई मीन Shakib's dismissal, which was, "Hi Vishnu, welcome back."
है विष्णु, वी जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट यस्टरडेज मैच फर्स्ट. और मैं नेदरलैंड्स को सपोर्ट करने का ट्राई कर रहा हूँ बिकॉज उन्होंने वर्ल्ड कप को फिर से लाइट अप कर दिया. मैं बोल रहा था लास्ट कुछ दिन से अपसेट नहीं हो रहे यार.
Hmm. I mean, all the South African players who are playing for Netherlands, like Van der Merwe and Klaassen is also actually from South Africa. We have Brandon Glover. So they all are from South Africa, and they say they are proud that we are actually South Africans. But we are proud to be South Africans, but we are of Dutch heritage. And what we have done here is matlab ki incredible actually, and they've ensured their place for the next World Cup. Next World Cup ke liye they have ensured the place. Hmm. So they had some motivation and fire to come today. And if you see after the match, so Babar Azam says thank you to Scott Edwards, who's the keeper, and
Oh yeah.
the keeper and
Man,
captain.
I love that video. Yeah, वो बहुत ही funny था. Man, the best part about this World Cup is all the associate nations came to the party, but still, what is required is कि last में 4 best teams, strong teams पहुंचे semis में, and वो हुआ है.
Hmm.
So despite all the entertainment, the very good teams reached the semis. So that is another
and
highlight.
and most of the teams lost to this minors.
Hmm.
Hmm.
South Africa should not have lost, but I think South Africa was a very good team this time. And uh, I
Bro,
mean,
tell me one game they played like convincing win other than Zimbabwe. They struggled in the
Actually,
middle order, bro.
yeah,
If,
actually,
if not Miller, that India game was also gone. And
yeah.
hmm,
because of the poor fielding and the catch miss of Markram, they
hmm,
could survive that uh, the tight bowling. Otherwise,
Yeah,
hmm.
they would have
they
gone and
only
lost.
blew away Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. Other than that, like whenever a big team comes, वो pressure नहीं handle करते. They never handle pressure correctly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there was some spark missing in them. I don't know. I can. It wasn't like
Dude, maybe players are also not happy with Temba as captain. Who knows?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
definitely. I
So,
feel that's a big factor. I mean, people are
and
the team is
no
not
one was
behind
talking
Temba.
about it. Even when someone asked Dale Steyn during the post match, he couldn't respond to that question. He was like, "No, we just need to give more time for Bauma. He will come good and all those stuff." But he is like behaving as if nothing is happening there.
Hmm.
yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want to say something politically incorrect and
Yeah,
be
true.
criticized. But yeah, I didn't feel that the team was behind Tembai. There were some brilliant individual performances, but and their bowling attack was absolutely suited to these conditions. And somehow Rabada seemed a little bit off color, and today the chase just fizzled out. I mean, after they just lost the battle of the nerves. I mean, they just
Yeah.
threw away their wickets without thinking. Agar last tak bhi in fact rehte to we saw like Rabada was fighting or Maharaj was fighting till the end. They could have
Yeah.
got that total.
I don't know why they fielded first. They could have just gone and
Yeah. That's
scored
that.
and uh, gave a
Hmm.
target to Netherlands, and Netherlands are struggling to chase any target actually.
Hmm.
So I don't know the logical thinking.
Oh yeah.
They-
I think Akash also mentioned in the yesterday's video that
Hmm.
Netherlands was getting out like 80, 100 SS scores when they were batting second. So
yeah,
Yeah, and even if they bowled first, they didn't use their bowling resources properly. I think they should have bowled 3 overs of Norkia initially only, but they left. They bowled only 1 over of Norkia and 3 overs at the back end. When you should blow away these teams at the top. Max
mhm.
Sudout is the best player they have, and Stefan Myberg. They dropped Vikramjit Singh and they've bought Stefan Myberg, and who's also playing his last match today, probably the last match of his career. So they should have just attacked with Rabada and Norkia at the front instead of trying
Mhm.
Parnell or Ngidi, or at least Parnell or Norkia. Some
One of
different
the very
combination was.
pacer. Yeah.
Mm,
But yeah, even that was an eye opener for me because मैं भी पुराना मैच ऐसा याद कर रहा था वेस्ट इंडीज एंड इंडिया व्हेन इंडिया गॉट एलिमिनेटेड इन द 2016 वर्ल्ड कप तो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि अब इंडिया को नॉकआउट्स में सेकंड
mm,
बैटिंग करना चाहिए बट नो दिस इज ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड इवन आई रियलाइज कि यार बैटिंग फर्स्ट
no, no,
इज
no.
द बेस्ट
Batting
थिंग
first, man. Any day
या
batting
नो
first.
डाउट या
India has realized that if they bat first, 180 is the target they will set, irrespective of
mm,
the pitch or something. That's why I
या
think their logical thinking is to keep wickets till six. But
mm.
in that process, Rohit, he is not understanding how he can go about. Sometimes he thinks that, oh, the score is less, I might have to
Mm.
go for it, and
या
sometimes he is like, no, it's fine, and he defends. And I think he's getting double-minded, and he's giving away his wicket.
Actually, I know most will disagree, but I'm happy with how Rohit is approaching the innings. He has got the low scores, but I think he's the one batsman that has to be given the freedom to go and just go for it. But I'm not happy with the dot balls that he's playing initially, or why
एग्जैक्टली
Kale is. Huh,
if anything I want to change about Indian batting right now is just like reduce the number of dot balls you're playing in the power play.
and
That's it.
and I
All the
and I
three
don't know
top.
why Kale takes the first strike. Like why can't Rohit take the
That's
first
true.
strike? And KL as always plays a maiden first up, and
Yeah.
from there we lost 10 balls today. Like it's like
Against Zimbabwe, man. Like, come on.
the other teams get 19 overs to play and 20 overs to play, and we get only 19 overs to bat. It's like that
Because
because
nervous KL has to see off the first over.
yeah, man.
It's not
And
that if those are unplayable balls, bro. They are like,
mm,
Yeah.
seriously, they are they are
mm.
trying to swing the ball and they're bowling full. And if there is no swing, he can just go for it. But instead, he's like defensive minded.
he
That
can
is really,
he
And
can
yeah,
drop
like
and run also. Like he can
yeah,
just
yeah,
drop
true.
and run. Matlab, it's not like he has to see off the ball. And I don't think this
and the
can
annoying
work
part is
against top
before
team.
major tournaments, he comes and say like, my approach will be to attack in the power play. He says
And
that before the tournaments.
if you remember in 2016 also, when we were batting first, when Dhawan and Rohit were batting, Rohit was 0 for 11 balls. Then they went hard and they
What
started
against
it.
West Indies in that match where Russell finished us?
No, 2016 when they played 320s in Australia, but
Oh, okay.
but
Mhm.
the thing is, other side Dhawan was hitting, but Rohit was struggling. But
Hmm.
that's what I meant. Someone has to go for it. Then
No,
only
Yeah.
the pressure is there.
earlier Rohit's when batting with Dhawan, his role was of a defensive opener, and
Mm,
Dhawan used to actually be the aggressive
attack.
opener, attack.
Mm.
But now, to with KL, Rohit has to play that attacking game, and I'm okay with today's shot. I thought he timed it really well. I mean, the shot that he played, I don't see nothing wrong in that shot except for it was so well timed that it reached the
Hmm.
fielder. um, I mean, it's okay. We have to give the license to Rohit, and especially against big teams, we need a big total. And if
Hmm.
Rohit comes off, then you can
Yeah, we
any.
we have to back player like Rohit, obviously. But yeah,
I'm
if you notice
happy
that
how
for
they are
England,
approaching, but the thing
yeah,
is just that the dots it might hurt in
Hmm.
the later part.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they
yeah,
could just take singles,
Hmm.
that would be better,
yeah,
and even they wouldn't be pressurized with the scoreboard ticking.
No,
yeah. We
Which is,
understand like not losing many wickets in the power play is important. But still, man, like I mean, how England played yesterday against Sri Lanka, like Alex Hale was going all out, but Butler was still run a ball on the other side, so which
Hmm.
prompted them like that good start.
No,
So
I
that
agree.
is
I agree with Vishnu. So his mind is definitely clouded because he is playing with one player who plays a lot of dot balls up front, which is KL Rahul, and the other player is Virat Kohli, who starts from first gear, who will come and take some time. So he's in the top three where two players are like kind of anchor roles, anchor players. So
so Rohit's
definitely.
situation is actually like Babar's. Rizwan dots खेलता है तो Babar usually gets out because of that. So
नहीं
in that
बाबर
case,
भी तो
Rohit's
वैसे ही
situation.
खेलता है ना. ही इज नॉट लाइक बाबर भी तो वही खेलता है बट अभी बाबर एटलीस्ट
Babar ऐसा
ट्राई
खेल
कर
रहा
रहा
है
है.
last two matches से because he's really trying to score that 30 or
हम्म
40 because he's in a
I never saw Baba playing aggressive cricket, man.
हम्म
It's
oh
like
no, usually
they
it starts with boundaries,
they
man.
both
No
they
man,
both
usually
play
Babar is
similar type of
Similar, they both are exact similar, and
no
that's
no. I
what
can
will
prove it
happen
with
if
the data. Rizwan starts much slower than Babar.
hmm, and that's what will happen if Rohit turns defensive. We'll have another Babar and Rizwan on
yeah.
our hands. So बट थोड़ा बात करते हैं बांग्लादेश पाकिस्तान मैच के बारे में.
Yeah,
व्हाट डिड यू
very
गाइस थिंक?
disappointing match, man. Bangladesh like did not give us a chance to relish Pakistan ka
If you,
exit or
did you guys realize it's like a exact replica of how they batted against India, where after 170,
yeah.
it's everything downhill.
And also like Sri Lanka England match where we were like, oh, 20 runs extra hota to Sri Lanka would have won. Just like 20 runs extra hota to Bangladesh could have won. Because even chasing that 130 odd, 128 odd was like so it was not easy
But
for Pakistan.
but England bowled really well, man. That stage.
Mm.
But the I don't think Pakistan was that best. Just that they played wrong shots. Like
My fear was Pakistan will reduce them to 30 for 4, which did not happen. So they should have reached 150
या
mm,
yesterday.
एंड मुसद्दिक लाइक सम बैट्समैन लाइक मुसद्दिक एंड एक और बैट्समैन था. तो वो लोग को थोड़ा और एग्रेसिव खेलना चाहिए था इवन अगेंस्ट शाहीन शाह अफरीदी. दे वर वेरी डिफेंसिव आफ्टर
Yeah.
शाकिब गॉट आउट.
Yeah.
ओनली आफिफ
But
हुसैन लास्ट
by
दो
the way, what
ओवर्स
a
में आफिफ
rubbish
हुसैन मारे.
dismissal that was. What a rubbish decision from ICC umpires. That like
that
कैसे out दे दिया
Zimbabwean.
वो?
I don't know
It was
what he was
Zimbabwean
thinking.
third
Yeah,
umpire.
that was the decision of the tournament. Like probably the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, that decision certainly had a mental impact on on
You
the
know, there
Yeah.
was
Bangladesh
this
team.
run out where he was doing the review, and I was thinking he will give that one out as well. The Afif one, the versions where he lost the ball and he hit his hand to the
हाँ
stumps,
हाँ.
and I was thinking maybe
Yeah.
he will give that one as well.
And even when पाकिस्तान we are chasing ना, तो दो ऐसे instances है I feel कि वहां पे अगर बांग्लादेश would have been shown little self restraint. एक था नवाज का रनआउट के लिए एक ने डायरेक्ट हिट ट्राई किया, वो ओवर थ्रोज में चला गया, चौका, और उस समय 67 चाहिए था 53 बॉल्स में, एंड बोथ बाबर एंड रिजवान
Wow.
had gone out. Both new batsmen were in, Mohammad Haris and Nawaz, and that overthrow went for four. And another instance was one no ball bowled by Tashkin. After that, there was a free hit, and Haris hit a big six. Actually, तो ये दो instances अगर होते तो थोड़ा और
No,
close हो
first over miss, man. First over miss. How can you forget that?
हाँ, first
Wicket
over
keeper.
miss. Nurul
Rizwan could have been duck out.
Sohan. Nurul Sohan, the fake fielder, the eventual fake fielder. I think
I
he
don't know
should be
Eventually.
what
given.
he wanted to show, like he can dive like Philip or what. I can't understand. He could just stood his ground, man. I don't know what.
Yeah, and even if you see Taskin's reaction, he was so shocked. He
He
started
couldn't even go
celebrating.
for the ball. He was just standing still. He was
Hmm.
lost.
And Taskin was actually celebrating. He thought ki Nurul has caught it. He was celebrating, and he's suddenly like, "What the fuck happened there?" Matlab,
After seeing Bangladesh miss chances yesterday, I was more pissed that like they beat my team Netherlands, man. Like I was so unhappy about that.
Yeah,
what
true.
the fuck, Netherlands? What
If
a
I
World
mean, I
Cup
was
match.
convinced they're a shit team, but then they challenged India, and I was suddenly convinced that they can do anything today. But they proved me wrong again. So,
Just imagine being a Pakistani fan and
oh
waking up today morning. क्या feelings ही रहा होगा, अलग ही feelings रहा होगा मतलब.
man, I don't know, man. Like,
yesterday, yeah, because the match was around 5 a.m. in India, right? Yesterday,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Netherlands game.
oh yeah,
So
so
a
it
lot
must
of
be
this
very early.
Pakistan pundits didn't wake up.
yeah.
They all woke up
Yeah,
around
maybe, man.
when
Like, who
Pakistan was
expects from
batting.
Netherlands? So yeah, I don't think they must have woken up. Yeah.
Yeah, Shoaib Akhtar was he was shocked, I guess. He was like commenting, "What is happening, guys?" And it was around
Yeah.
when Pakistan batting.
Hmm. And and they were all thanking Netherlands obviously, and thanking South Africa more than Netherlands.
I also want to ask Shikhar if he's okay. I feel like he just had a jolt today morning, just like he had after India's exit in the Asia Cup. Like Shikhar, I mean, yeah, one thing is that miracle that happened with Pakistan, but other thing is promoting Allah's quotes after that. What happened, bro?
Really feel like converting. That's what I'll say.
Dua ka
Don't
asar
want
tha.
don't want to say anything more because this is a cricket channel. But yeah, I really feel matlab there is some supernatural power behind what happened today, and there is something very supernatural about what happened today, and it is very unreal. Like I matlab South Africa, ek to if you see that
I
Zimbabwe
mean,
game.
if I have seen the game, so I really saw
Bro,
Netherlands playing out of their cage
listen,
today. So they were
if
really good today. Like it's not a
Pratik,
miracle. They batted and bowled well. So
yeah,
and fielded well.
if not South Africa, maybe I would believe your comments, but it's South
Hmm.
Africa, man. Come on, they are the chokers.
But again, yeah, I mean, they shouldn't
They,
have, man. Like,
actually, if you see what went wrong for South Africa, also that Zimbabwe wala match, which got washed out. If they had scored those 13 runs, na, so net run rate wise, they would have been on 6 points, and net run rate. So I mean, it's such a butterfly effect, and it's it
mm,
feels like divine intervention, and that's why I
yeah.
was sharing those quotes. It feels such a divine intervention kind of a thing, and I
Also, like
I
Netherlands
think
batting was really a miracle. I mean, Ishika, you would agree after 158, we were giving Netherlands a little 20% chance ki, yeah, they might defend.
mm,
But they scoring 158, that was a miracle. Like they batted so well. Finally, their middle order contributed. Tom Cooper, Ackerman, they played like innings with 150 strike rate plus. Like they had a great game. I'm sure they'll be very proud of this game, and
I
they will.
think they came up with this logic that if they win, they will qualify, and I think they got pumped up about that
Yeah, man, that is
imaginary
also a very
thing.
interesting factor in World Cups. Like I just found
Yeah.
out about it 1 week ago that
So
four
I
teams,
think
top four teams from each group qualify directly. So
Netherlands wanted more out of that game than
this
South
World Cup,
Africa, man.
yeah.
Seriously.
And they must have gained confidence after beating Zimbabwe also in the last match. So I mean,
And
they registered their
if you see
victory.
South Africa, they never turned up with their potential in this World Cup. Frankly speaking, they never turned up. Even with South Pakistan, there was very poor fielding, where Shadab could have gone for cheap, Iftikhar could have gone for cheap, uh, and
Yeah.
then they never turned up with the batting. Obviously, they can't score that many runs chasing. They are very poor.
I think
Yeah.
South
Even with
Africa is they did not expect Netherlands to come so hard at them, and then they got so nervous while they were chasing. And as soon as the wickets started falling, you could see how Markram was playing, and the way he shouted when he got out, very tentative kind of shot. और उसके बाद it was obviously a battle of nerves. Yeah, I mean Pratik, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, definitely Netherlands played well, but you couldn't have scripted this. And you're right, they got that
Yeah.
confidence from the Zimbabwe game, where Brandon Glover bowled really well, and
Yeah.
today also Van Meekeren and Brandon Glover, they bowled so well, and वो confidence. And one more factor that I just
I
wanted
mean,
to
if you think
point
about it,
out.
like Netherlands is not even a test playing side. Like Ireland, Zimbabwe, Bangladesh, ये सब लोग
And you
टेस्ट
know,
खेलते हैं,
last
but
game against Zimbabwe, very important point. Actually, they changed their batting order. Actually, if you see Tom Cooper, now Tom Cooper is number 3 in the batting order. In the earlier part of tournament, Bas de Lead,
Bas is to come. Bas delete, yeah.
Bas de Lead used to be the number 3, and now Bas de Lead is number 5. So Tom Cooper and Ackerman are now 3 and 4, and Bas de Lead is number 5. And that change also made an impact today.
Yeah,
But yeah,
some of Bas delete was not in form, and they were very quickly to demote him because of that. So I mean, man, Scott Edwards might not be a good player, but he's a very good captain. Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah,
Like,
Pradeep, I agree, man. Seriously,
yeah.
and even with Zimbabwe, the match wasn't like a close match. It was one-sided
Oh,
completely,
convincing,
and
convincing. Yeah.
that could have been the reason that they came up with a lot of confidence that yeah,
Yeah.
they have beaten a team where convincingly, not like
I think
going
South
close.
Africa was just shocked how good Netherlands played today. Like they were shocked. And while chasing South Africa, I noticed in the middle overs they were playing a lot of dot balls. They were very confident that even if we need 110, we will do it. But they didn't realize they might lose wickets at regular intervals and they would not make it, which actually exactly happened.
And one more thing, they depend too much on good start from
QDK,
QDK,
QDK.
and he
Yeah,
didn't perform in
yeah,
big games
he has
in with
very he has very low average against left arm seamers. Today I was just reading that, and that's exactly how he got out to Klassen. And earlier also he got out to Arshdeep. Matlab, he certainly has a
Yeah, I was
weakness.
expecting that out against
yeah,
Harshdeep. I was like, ball wide, swinging
Hmm.
out, and that's it.
Hmm.
He will edge it, and that's what happened. Seriously,
yeah.
was
And
yeah,
yeah,
that's also a main reason, man.
And
They depend
Temba
too much.
again with a run up ball kind of innings. Matlab, it's
yeah.
totally useless
But they
in
would be
this.
disappointed. Russo, Klassen, and Miller, all three got starts. It's just that if one of them would have made a 50, to ho jata
Hmm.
shayad. But
Even Markram had a decent start.
Hmm. Hmm.
and Netherlands was so clever today. Like in the last 4 overs, they did not give any pace, so that वो Maharaj वगैरह सब clear नहीं कर पाएंगे
Hmm.
boundaries. Like
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maharaj actually played a very shitty knock. Full struggle
Yeah.
किया वो.
He was
Slow
Slow,
balls
very
limping.
slow.
were unplayable, man. The ball is stopping, and it's not coming onto the bat.
Man, I actually worried about Adelaide now. Yeah, I
That's what
mean,
I don't want India to play in. I didn't want India to play in Adelaide actually. It's so two-paced. The pitch is totally double-paced pitch. And
but
you
that's
know,
good thing,
Sam
man, because
Curran.
England has a lot of flamboyant players, so that's good. I mean, if England players also get stuck,
But
that's
England
good.
also has Sam Curran, who's beautiful at changing the pace.
Sam Curran and
And
Butler are pitch independent man. They are very dangerous. Sam Curran and
hmm.
Butler. Yeah.
uh,
Man, I hope
and
Malan gets fit,
Sam
man. वो
Curran
थोड़ा
is the
balls
key
खाता
for
है
me.
middle में. I hope Malan gets fit.
If Sam Curran doesn't perform on the semi, they are depending too much on him now. He's the only
Mm.
one very efficient and wicket taker in the
And
death
even they wouldn't
overs.
have imagined he would become such a key bowler in just
I,
like few
I, I,
matches.
the other day I was commenting, right? Jordan might have to retire now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah,
had a
man.
replacement.
He will
Jordan
But
might
be
be
yeah,
thinking, why did I?
Jordan will be the Ankur Roy for a few years. Is that the name of the player? Ankur Roy,
Anukul Roy,
who is
Anukul
always
Roy.
used for his fielding.
What?
Anupur Roy.
Oh yeah.
Anupur Roy. He always plays for his fielding.
Pakistan Bangladesh में what did you feel was the मतलब difference? So Pakistan also started very slow. Mohammad Haris innings, would you say was the difference, or would you say the match had already been decided before that?
By the first innings, yeah, it was decided by the first innings. I'm actually very happy after watching Pakistan Bangladesh match because I mean, okay, whatever miracle they reach, but that team is not looking that great. कि वो World Cup जीत जाएगी. So I'm not that worried with Pakistan. If I
It will be
honestly,
tough,
I
right?
think
I
out of the four teams, they are the weakest. I would
just
definitely
when
say
you
that.
say that about Pakistan, you never know what will happen. That's
I mean,
Pakistan.
obviously, anything can happen in T20 cricket, but logically, looking at team sheets and performances, yeah, Pakistan
Hmm.
is the weakest team in these four teams.
I would say they are the best bowling attack in this
Mhm.
tournament. They are definitely the best bowling attack. Batting may now they have found a couple of players, which is Haris and
Mm.
Iftikhar. These two they have found the way to depend on these two players apart from Babar and Rizwan. And
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
maybe now Babar and Rizwan start playing more freely because they know they have someone in the middle order, and
But will they do
Shadab is
that? I
also.
mean, will they do that? Like SSC था RCB के पे भी जब they had players like ABD, but तब भी गेल को ऐसा लगता था कि he has
Hmm,
to stay till the very end, and
hmm.
that would fuck up
And
And
RCB.
I don't know with Rizwan, this bouncy pitches. I don't know. He is very efficient with his scoring shots.
hmm,
He is very edgy in first 2 overs with this
hmm,
bouncy pitches. So if they
hmm,
ball well in first 2 overs,
hmm.
then
He'll
Rizwan
get
could
it.
be
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
wicket for this one of the
Actually, New Zealand Pacers will be a
places.
very big challenge for Rizwan. Yeah. I mean, even the swing and seam,
If you
not just
have
the bounce.
seen Taskin's over yesterday, I was
Hmm.
expecting he will edge him. The way he
Mm-hmm.
was very
Hit wicket.
yeah, he couldn't understand how to hit those balls which are coming on his chest height. So I
Hmm.
was
Yeah.
expecting he will edge, and that's when our Narul Bhai thought he had different plans.
I'm
And
glad the Surya versus Ridwan debate is over after this World Cup, like even during the World Cup. So
Bro, there was never a debate. Have you seen the scores? He had
that's
43
right.
runs
Right. Yeah.
two matches before. He had 43 runs more, scored 43 runs more, and played 35 overs less than Rizwan this year.
35 overs.
let's come to the India Zimbabwe game now, guys. So, what is your takeaway from that match from India Zimbabwe, which was essentially a dead rubber? मतलब कोई कुछ होना नहीं था, कुछ जाना नहीं था किसी का.
One takeaway I can say is Ashwin's bowling. He can
Hmm.
come with more confidence with wickets behind in his previous game.
So
So
today there was a discussion, Vishnu, I think between Ravi Shastri, Sunil Gavaskar, and Harsha Bhogle, that all the
mhm.
four teams who have reached the semi-finals, they have a leg spinner, a wrist spinner, a leg spinner
Yeah.
actually. And
Yep.
India is the only team, and they've been all successful. Shadab has been successful. You have Ish Sodhi who
Rashid,
has been okay, and
okay,
you
Rashid
have
was successful.
yeah, and someone
Yeah.
like obviously Adil Rashid has been the game changer in the last match. So do you think
Mhm.
like India is lacking that middle overs today also when 36 for from 36 for 5 Ryan Burl and
Mm.
Sikandar Raza counter
Sikandar
attacked,
Raza.
and they had a 60-run partnership actually.
Mm.
And especially they took on Ashwin and they took on Akshar Patel. सो डू यू थिंक अब चहल के लिए कुछ जगह बनता है इंडियन टीम में मतलब चहल शुड
Yeah,
बी
definitely. I would rather play Chahal in place of Aksa because if the batting goes that deep,
Mm.
then we are obviously in trouble, and we can't depend on Aksa too much anyway. So rather we should play with a bowler where we can at least have a strong
नहीं
bowling attack instead of.
रोहित ने आज एक बहुत सरप्राइजिंग कमेंट दिया, मतलब कि एट द स्टार्ट ऑफ द मैच ही सेड कि वी आर ब्रिंगिंग इन ऋषभ पंत बिकॉज ही इज द ओनली वन हु हैज नॉट गॉट अ चांस इन द एंटायर वर्ल्ड कप सिंस
यू
द
आर फॉरगेटिंग
प्रैक्टिस
द
मैच,
bowlers.
since the नहीं since the practice game started. So one practice game of चहल he is counting जिसमें उसने 3 overs में 28 दिया था.
28 for one.
हाँ, 1 wicket स्टीव स्मिथ का विकेट भी लिया था, एंड अर्शदीप एंड पांड्या वेर मोर एक्सपेंसिव इन दैट गेम देन हिम.
Yeah,
बट फ्रॉम दैट गेम इज ही, मतलब कि ही हैज जज्ड कि आई विल प्ले
lost faith
अश्विन,
just
आई
by
विल.
one match. Yeah.
हाँ, एंड आई.
Man, I'm still not convinced with Ashwin's form आज के परफॉर्मेंस को देख के, because मैं क्लियरली देखा मिलर आउट क्लास है, मतलब कोई चांस ही नहीं था कि इवन वन बॉल इफ यू डोमिनेटेड अगेंस्ट अ गुड प्लेयर. तो I'm sorry, Ashwin is not the same as he used to be, like जो threatening होता था. And we really need to take a gamble. जैसे याद है इंडिया ने 2007 वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल में सडनली यूसुफ पठान को खिलाया था. I want things like that in the knockout games
एंड
as well.
मैं भी वही सोच रहा था. इट वाज एक्चुअली 2008 सीबी सीरीज, एंड there used to be 3 finals. It was the best of 3 finals in 2008
Uh,
CB
Yeah.
series.
that's what Piyush Piyush
Piyush Chawla. India, Dhoni suddenly brought Piyush Chawla in the lineup where he
Yeah.
had not played the entire tournament. So a gamble like that, and I think Yuzi Chahal
We won 2-0,
plays.
right? In that, like, and I
Yeah,
remember Australian
yeah,
media
yeah,
was
yeah.
saying that they won't need a third match, and India proved them correct. Like, yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
the
need a
first
third
game
match.
it was Rohit and Tendulkar
Sachin.
Sachin
won
was
it.
the
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Sachin
best part
scored.
was they said we don't need a third match, and India were like,
Sachin
yeah,
scored
we
well in
don't need
both
a
the matches, 100 and 190, and
90. Yeah,
Piyush Chawla only considered at 3 runs per over in both the games.
yeah,
Actually,
true.
it was very good.
Yeah.
So
You know what? I think they will play Chahal on that wicket.
oh man,
thinking about
that
the
would be
TV series
amazing.
and and the success we have had in the Test matches in Australia last 10 years, man. So man, actually, we should be more confident about our chances.
नहीं, चहल को मुझे
Uh,
लगता है देखो खिलाना चाहिए, क्योंकि नाउ वी कैन डिपेंड ऑन वीकेंड सूर्या. आई मीन Sky and Virat both are in form, and we should depend on 6 batsmen come what may.
Yeah.
ठीक है, अश्विन है ऑलरेडी टीम में, अक्सर का बैटिंग वैसे भी नहीं आ रहा है. ही इज जस्ट
yeah,
कमिंग
that's
एट द
what.
एंड टू गिव सिंगल्स. वो भूवी भी कर
Yeah.
Mm,
सकता है जो अक्सर कर रहे हैं, तो व्हाई
Yes.
नॉट
Yes.
टेक अ चांस मैन. आई मीन इट्स अ नॉकआउट मैच, एंड यू
Yeah.
हैव टू. और आज
इंग्लैंड
एक
का
बहुत
बैटिंग
अच्छा
लाइनअप इतना
अपॉर्चुनिटी
बड़ा
था.
है, यू नीड टू टेक विकेट्स. इंग्लैंड का यू कैनॉट कंटेन इंग्लैंड. इंग्लैंड इज अ वन टीम
mm,
यू कैनॉट कंटेन एट ऑल, सो यू नीड विकेट्स.
yeah.
बट आज
I,
चांस लेना
I,
चाहिए था चहल के साथ. आज उसको एक अच्छा
आज 200 रन ही बनना चाहिए था. टॉप 3 ने बहुत डॉट्स खेला, बाय द वे. एक एक आज भी एक प्रॉब्लम था, लाइक इजीली 200 बनते थे आज अगर इतना डॉट्स नहीं खेलते तो.
but the
नहीं
thing is, they think that 180 above is the score where teams struggle to chase. The
Yeah.
problem, if you see the problem, if they try to go for 200, they are ending
Yeah.
up around 140, 150 because of the
Actually,
wickets.
that's a good point. Even
So
against England, you don't need 200. You're right. In
yeah,
Australia. Yeah.
so rather go for 180 and give them a
Hmm.
target where
Hmm.
they struggle.
Yeah.
And teams are struggling to score 150 even, not
Yeah.
go for
Yeah, so the
180,
key to success is 170 and then early wickets. Like एक बार
160.
बटलर को आउट कर दो या किसी को, तो या
नहीं,
you're in.
दैट इज द थिंग ना, यू हैव टू टेक विकेट्स अर्ली ऑन, एंड
Mm,
आई थिंक
Hmm.
यहाँ पे बटलर वर्सेस चहल एक अच्छा मैचअप भी रहेगा, क्योंकि चहल may know a lot about Butler playing in the same
true.
franchisee. That is also one thing, and
Oh.
Chahal should play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Chahal should
mm,
play. I think that's a big
Uh,
area. I want
and
India
he
to take a
can
risk.
they can bring Chahal on in the power play as well if nothing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going our way.
And yo, Adelaide में long boundaries है, तो he can bowl full
Yeah,
also,
true,
slow, full.
true.
मैन एक्चुअली आई रिमेम्बर ये पॉइंट हमने प्रीव्यू में बोला था, सुपर 12 के प्रीव्यूज में, कि अपन चहल को देखना चाहेंगे. ही माइट गेट मोर
Hmm,
सक्सेस हियर बिकॉज इंडिया में बहुत इजीली उसको सिक्सेस पड़ जाते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ शॉर्ट
hmm,
बाउंड्रीज. यहाँ पे वो और फ्लाइट कर सकता है, बट चांस ही नहीं दिया बेचारे को.
hmm,
And oval, it's like egg shape, man. The stadium is also weird
hmm.
shape.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's an
When South
perfectly
Africa was
oval.
batting in the end, the stadium was looking like so big, like it
It's
was like
actually a
कैसे
rugby
clear होगा.
ground. So all these rugby
Yeah.
grounds are shaped like that, it seems. ऐसा कुछ है.
Man, I
So
was
I
confused जो आज
know
ending
that
हुआ था, like when
वो
न्यूजीलैंड.
they
Sorry.
play another game again. AFL वो ball के साथ. It's
हाँ,
only
AFL,
a low
AFL.
cost
Aussie
AFL.
rules, Aussie rules.
Aussie, yeah, it's only a local game. No one plays any other.
But they love it, man. I just found out about AFL 2 months ago when my Aussie coworker, I asked him, "Are you looking forward to the Cricket World Cup?" And he's like, "No, I'm looking forward to the AFL in September. That's our biggest thing." He
Mm,
said that, so I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
yeah.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
Shane Warne dreamt of playing Aussie rules. Like his initial childhood dream was to play Aussie rules, but he got an injury, so he then played
Yeah.
cricket.
Yeah, Great
But
Cricket has also mentioned that they're happy that India and Pakistan both went to the semis because their common people care more about cricket than in Australia we do. He said that, so
even
which is
today,
true.
someone was saying that South Africa. So someone made a comment ki people in South Africa there will be a backlash and there will be. So someone said like South Africa, it's not even the number one game, so no one will. I mean, even
that's what
speak about it.
seriously, man. I was thinking that after from the senior players like Gibbs and other players, they would be getting so much backlash and all the.
Hmm.
But then nothing. It's very
Yeah.
quiet. No
Only
one is saying any comments.
only AB de Villiers made a very sarcastic kind of tweet. It was like, "Ouch, that hurts." But well
Yeah,
played,
that's right.
Netherlands.
Well
That
played.
also
Yeah.
seems like he's happy that Netherlands won. But
It was unfair, bro. It was too early, man. South African players were still like rubbing their eyes, man. Come
so
on,
you
man.
guys are
Can't believe him.
coming to Pakistan New Zealand semi. You are saying New Zealand is favorites. I am saying Pakistan is favorite. So you are saying New Zealand is favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand means it will be a crunch and very close
Yeah.
game. And
Hmm.
depends. I will say if New Zealand wins the toss and bats first and score
Hmm.
160, 170, it's a New Zealand game. I can't. New Zealand bowling is too strong.
Hmm.
So set up a target where their bowling can defend, then that's it.
I've been
Yeah, I
bit
was gonna say
disappointed with their
If
batting
Conway
actually.
scores big, if Conway scores 50 plus, then New Zealand will win. The
But
Conway will
Conway
be very
doesn't look
important for
like
their
that
team.
same batsman after the first game where he scored a 90.
Yeah.
After that game, he's looked
No,
little
but
bit
still, man, Conway is a
tentative.
big match player. We saw that in the last semi-final as well. So I will be,
Hmm.
yeah, I have my eyes on Conway. If he plays well, New Zealand can win.
Yeah, their middle order. Glenn Phillip also is in form. So
Oh, he's in
uh,
really good form.
yeah, true. And Kane Williamson also came back
And
Nisham plays well
from
in
the last game.
crunch
So,
matches. So Nisham is
so
there.
but
and
but
it's in Sydney, right?
it's in Sydney. Yes,
Yeah.
it's in Sydney.
Sydney,
I
right?
think
Yeah.
that's why it's a little bit of advantage Pakistan. I'm saying
Mhm.
because it's in Sydney and Shine is now coming back to his best, and you already have Haris Rauf who will get that bounce in Sydney. So let's see what happens. It will be very interesting.
No, I
But
would
New
have said
Zealand always
Pakistan, but I
comes
saw
good
them
when they're
play today
underdogs.
against Bangladesh. It wasn't a convincing win, I would say. Like Babar and Rizwan played so poorly. So after watching their batting, I'm saying New Zealand slight ahead, especially if Conway starts. It starts
Hmm.
like
But
well.
you have to see
I
Mohammad
think it will
Haris
be an
also.
advantage, man. Whoever bat first, it will be an advantage for them because chasing is a pressure game,
What an
and
amazing T20 World Cup! Like I don't remember last time saying that batting first is advantage. Maybe South Africa, maybe yeah, we were happy that India batted first,
So,
like the
guys,
final
we
match.
have only 1 minute left. So, let's close with Surya's shot today, shot of the day. Could you believe that would have gone to six? I mean, what a shot, man. Surya's
seriously, man,
played some amazing shots today.
Yeah,
seriously,
man.
he's
I
top
haven't
player.
seen the highlights of Surya's innings. I just saw that shot in the Instagram. Yeah, it was amazing, man. Like
Which one is that? The one wide where?
yeah,
Yeah, the
when he
wide.
moved so much,
Yeah,
so much.
that's
If you
that's
see
next
that
level,
image, it
man.
looks like he's been, you know,
Falling off.
he's
You
falling
sent
to a
that image.
bouncer or something like that.
Yeah.
I, this form, man, he couldn't have imagined that he will be in this kind of form. Actually,
Man,
whatever
actually,
he's
Surya's
touching,
form
it's
reminds us of UV's form in 2007 World Cup, right? He was like that. Like every ball was like will
Hmm.
reach middle of the bat. It's just that kind of a form.
yeah, and he's also so calm. And I've if there are 5 wickets gone, it doesn't show up in his face. He just
Yeah.
carries on with his own game plan,
Yeah,
and
Okay,
that's why I'm
guys,
that's
comparing him to UV. UV
stopping you
would be
here.
also playing freely all the time. That yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for joining and keep tuning to Cricket Caviar for more videos. We'll be bringing you